Hey everyone, so today we are testing the WPA2 encryption security. So we will try and crack this security. For this tutorial, you will need an alpha network adapter, which you could purchase on Amazon for like 30 bucks. So it's really cheap hardware. Then you will just need an access point that you own, because you're not allowed to reproduce this attack on hardware that isn't yours. And you could really get in trouble for that, and there's no reason to. So just attack your own hardware. Okay, so for this demonstration, we are going to use some software pre-installed on Kali Linux called aircrack-ng. So basically, this attack is quite technical, but to simplify, we are going to get, a packet exchange between the access point and a client. And with this packet exchange, we will get like a hashed version of the password, which we will be able to try and compare against the dictionary. Alright, let's go. So my alpha adapter is plugged in, and you need to make sure that your adapter supports monitor mode. So let's type iwconfig, and you can see my adapter WLAN0, and let's put that in monitor mode. First, let's kill all conflicting processes with aircrack-ng check kill. Alright, let's get that running. And there we go. All processes have been killed. Conflicting processes, excuse me. And now we could put this wireless card in monitor mode. So we are gonna type aircrack-ng start plus your wireless adapter's name. So mine is WLAN0. Alright, and we should be in monitor mode. And there we are. Alright, so you could see my interface is now called WLAN0. Alright, so we are back here in monitor mode. As you can see, if I type iwconfig, now our interface is called WLAN0 mod. So we could just launch a basic scan for networks with arrow dump ng WLAN0 mod. So as you can see, we are picking lots of networks from nearby. The information you're getting is the BSS ID, so the MAC address of that access point, the channel, which channel they're on, and you can see the encryption method, the authentication method, so it's really great. Then you could even see with PWR your proximity to this network. Alright, so here we got a lot. So the network we're interested in is the TP-Link B06C, so with this MAC address. So we are going to make a file called capture, and this file will just be to store the four-way handshake. We'll put it to this file. So that's just a basic text file, And I forgot to specify we are in a virtual environment, so it's a virtual machine that I made in VirtualBox. It's actually a great solution for you guys who don't want to use Linux on a daily basis. You could just use it whenever you want. So we are going to launch the handshake capture with arrow-dump-ng. So we are going to output the four-way handshake to this capture file that we just made. And as you could see, we are scanning this particular network. We are looking for clients, and as you could see, we already picked up a client that's connected to this network. So now we could launch the deauthentication attack. So what we will do is basically we will send the authentication methods with airplay-ng. This is why our wireless card needs to support packet injection. That way we will be able to send packets. So these packets will tell the hosts on this network to just kick off. We will kick them out, and we will wait for them to automatically reconnect so that we could capture the authentication four-way handshake. So there we go. We are jamming this network, and we are just waiting to get a handshake. So if we go back to the previous terminal, as you can see, we got a handshake right there, WPA handshake for this access point. So we could stop the authentication attack, clear this terminal, and we also can stop this attack. So stop the scan. We could get back our wireless card to a normal mode. So aircrack-ng stop WLAN 0 mon. All right, so we are back. We are back to manage mode. You know, we don't have monitor mode. And if I ls, as you can see, lots of files have been made. So it's files that have information about that network. So it all inherits from the capture file, but the file we are interested in is the capture01.cap. So right now we have this four-way handshake, and we could crack it with this command. Alright, so we are back here with our .cap file, as you can see, capture.cap. So you could open this file with Wireshark to see what it looks like. So it's basically a packet exchange. You will see packet exchange between a client and the access point. So now we could crack it with the following command. So we are going to use aircrack-ng for this. So just copy this command from the file. Alright. So we need to specify our capture.cap. You know, our handshake file, capture-01.cap, and our word list, which we will use rockyou.txt, which is a really famous and big password list. Alright, so we will launch this attack, and it will take some time. It depends on the password, so let's go. And you can see instantly we found the password, which was a really simple password. The key of the network was I love you. So that was the password of the access points. As you could see, if we had to go through all the list, it would have taken 16 hours to go through the Rockyou list to test like 10 million keys. So we only had to test 21 because I love you was really like at the top of this file. So as you can see now, we successfully owned this network. So just like this, it's really simple. But you shouldn't try this attack on someone else's network because you might get in trouble. And trust me, you don't want to. So it's quite fun to do, and it's really educative. So I'll link down below the command file and the wireless card reference. And I'll also link an explanation, a technical explanation to this attack, because it's more complicated than to just capture a packet exchange. You know, it is actually, the exchange is, there is the announce, S-announce, the MIC, message integrity check. So it's a mix of all those, and that make a 256-bit key. So after that, we will try and recreate this 256-bit key. So that's what we did. As you could see, this is why we have keys here, the master key. Alright, so as we demonstrated earlier, we were able to use a packet exchange called the four-way handshake to crack a Wi-Fi network. So let's explain what the four-way handshake is. So as you all know, when you connect to a WPA2 Wi-Fi network, you authentify on the network with a secret passphrase, which is called the WPA2 passphrase. So what happens after that is the four-way handshake. So first, the access point sends a random number to the client. It's called the announce. Second, the client creates another random number called the S-announce. The S-announce, announce, and WPA2 passwords combined make the MIC, which stands for message integrity check. So the MIC allows us to make sure that no one tampered with the packet exchange. That's why it's called message integrity check. Then the MIC and S-announce are sent to the access point. Third step, the access point hashes the announce, S-announce, and the WPA2 password. And if the hashing works, then the client will be authenticated and will send the private encryption key. And the fourth step, the client accepts that private encryption key. So the last message is an acknowledgement, which is to clear that exchange. So you might wonder, what is hashing? So hashing is a mathematical function basically that allows you to turn plain text like a set of characters into like an unreadable set of ACI characters. So that allows you to, that if someone sees your password, they won't get it because your password is hashed, it's encrypted. Alright, so there are lots of hashing methods. We could say MD5, SHA-256, like there are really lots of hashing methods. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Bye bye.